Dave Palumbo standing here with tonight's champion, Cedric McMillan. You gave the greatest acceptance speech I've ever heard. I thought you won an Academy Award out there.
Hey, well, shit, think about it. I had about 5 years.
To plan it.
Yeah, you know.
And refine that speech.
Yeah, but it was great, man. But I always told myself if I won, I didn't want it to be about me, and I wanted to have that time to express how I feel about what a sport should be.
Congratulations to all of you for the great job with Cedric. Finally.
Yeah!
Finally. I mean, the day it seemed to me everything was absolutely flawless. Your posing was extraordinary. The length, the way how long you held your poses, and you were calm. There was no shaking there. You showed confidence in your face. I mean, it was a straight 10. How do you feel right now?
Well, the length of holding those poses, Mr. Steve Weinberger, that wasn't by my choice. Please, I was up there like, please. Yeah, but we got it done. And listen, I wanted to bring these guys up here with me because I don't want this time to be about me, right? I want this time right here winning the Honor Classic to be about us, right? These guys are the future. These guys are the future. I'm friends with all these guys, and we all work our ass off to do our best to try to come up here and present, you know, a good show for you guys. So if y'all could please just join me in a round of applause to appreciate these guys here. Hey, straight up, I got a relationship with all these guys up here, and I love them. You know, look, I have problems with anxiety, and you know, coming to a show and being here with my friends and people that I'm cool with, you know, as opposed to people, you know, they got their game face on and they think they got to have a killer instinct in order to come up here with some bikinis and pose your body, right? You know what I'm saying? But we able to keep it real and enjoy each other. The last thing I want to say, I'm sorry for taking up all your time. I know you're real clever with the words. Okay, but I just want to give a shout out to this little kid. He's 8 years old, and he at home laying on the floor in the living room watching Conan the Barbarian. And he turned around and he looked at his mama and he said, I want to be a muscle man when I grow up. And that little kid name is Cedric. Hey, I did this for you, baby. So, you know, while you guys can look up here and look at all the different body types, you see so much diversity in us, as well as the diversity that is within you. And what I would like to ask is that we appreciate that diversity. You know, it's real easy for us to say, I don't like his body type, or I think his body type shouldn't have won, or this is my, you know, but with the amount of diversity that you have up here, that gives you a better chance to find somebody that you can relate to, you know, or somebody you can identify in yourself as motivation. Yeah, you know, and it's real. And you know what? Let's be straight up. The internet making shit worse, right? Because people get brave, you know what I'm saying? They won't say that in the street, you know what I'm saying? You know, but really, I just wish, I can remember when I would get my magazine on the 5th of the month, I was just happy to see everything in it. And now with so much hate and negative energy in the atmosphere, and I wish we could filter that out, you know what I'm saying, and keep it positive. So anyway, Mr. Schwarzenegger, I would just like to ask you a few questions. How does it feel to be here another year for the Honor Classic? Well put together. So how does it feel to be here? And I want to know, how was your training leading up to, you know, being able to put on this nice suit, you know, that nice smile, you know, and I also want to know, how are you dealing with this, you know, with this Donald Trump beef you got going on? You really don't have to answer that.
Well, first of all, let me just say thank you very much for interviewing me. And second of all, I don't understand why you had to say, when I was a little kid, I watched Conan the Barbarian. Why couldn't you just say, like 10 years ago, watched Conan the Barbarian? Why did you have to make me like an old man?
That movie came out 50 years ago.
But you didn't have to say that. That's what I'm saying. And number two, yes, I did train for this event. I worked out 2 hours a day to make sure that my body fat goes from 24 to 18. Okay, so you're happy now?
All right, well, if that's the case, then let me see that twisting back double bicep.
You look fantastic. Good luck. And I hope I see you again soon, okay? Thank you. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Governor Schwarzenegger. Here's Cedric Miller.
And you know,
Did you bring those guys up there on stage with you because you wanted that support, or did you bring them up because you really wanted to give them honor?
I really wanted to honor and appreciate them, and I wanted it to be an unselfish moment for me. You know, it's real easy to go up there and say, "Yay, me," you know, but I wanted to share that with them, you know, and because look, it's fans in the audience supporting them. They got to sit up here and listen to me talk, you know. So I wanted to give them that time and thank them for being friends, you know, for the camaraderie, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so.
Where did you get the audacity to turn the interview around on Arnold? Because Arnold always interviews people. He's got the standard questions. You knew that you kind of dished it back to him a little bit. But you turned it around on him, and he actually loved it. Yeah. No one else could have done that.
Well, I kind of took over the show, and I looked over there at him, and he looked like he didn't know what to do or what to say. So I said, well, you know, let me get him engaged.
Right.
You know, so I brought it back. He did good though. You know, he answered my questions pretty good. So
you got him to hit a pose. I think that's the first person I've ever seen do that.
Yeah. Hey, now that was a very proud moment. You know, that's something that I've had dreams about. And me and Arnold posed on stage together. You know, he hit it so quick I couldn't do it with him. He was in and out.
Yeah. You had to throw the Trump thing at him too, right?
Yeah. You know, all of that stuff, it happened in the moment. I just seen him and shit was just coming out of my mouth, man, I swear. You know, so yeah, but it was, I've seen those speeches and they're boring as hell. It's the same old stuff. And I wanted to make it memorable, you know. So.
And you did. I have to ask you because I know Chris and you were going back and forth with this. What kind of a look should Cedric McMillan bring to this stage? Chris convinced you somehow that when you're bigger, you're better. Is it true that you were almost 300 pounds when you got here?
Yeah, well, 289 on a high carb day I had. That was a week out from the show. I don't know, man. Just when I started growing, I just started growing and just kept going with it, you know. And then my low carb days weight kept increasing too. So, you know,
grew into the show.
Yep. But my waist was staying the same size and everything, so I was even surprised. But in the past, I fought with. Everybody says the knock on me is my condition, so that's what I got to focus on. I got to be ripped. And I think I was killing myself. You know what I'm saying?
You were over-flattening yourself because you actually looked harder, bigger.
Yeah. So we figured that out. You know, every time we come to the show, we have a plan. We try a plan and follow through with it. See what the end results are. And this was just another one of those. You know. So yeah, and we kind of like the results of it. You know. Yeah.
You gonna bring this to the Olympia?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, shit.
Did Cedric McMillan beat Phil Heath?
Well, that's kind of like a political question. Cause
I'm talking physique-wise.
Yeah, my physique is better than his. You know, I believe that. But would they let me win? You know, that's a political question. You know, but I believe that my physique is better than his. Yeah.
Well, you were the best man tonight. You beat an amazing Dallas McCarver. Whatever strategy you and Chris pulled off together, whatever magic you made work, it worked tremendously. And this was a huge victory for you. Like I said, with one of the best acceptance speeches I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, thank you. And once again, Dave, thank you for the support. Thank you for all the aggravating ass interviews you do when I don't want to do them. Even like now, I got the hiccups. I'm
I know, I heard.
dehydrated. Yeah, but thank you for having me.
Congratulations. Dave Palumbo with the champ tonight is here, Cedric McMillan.